I'm John Martin.
Hi, I'm Chris Davis.
Hello, my name is Kunta Yamiba, and welcome to ManTalk, where real men have real conversations. What's the average fella thinking about today when it comes to women?
The smash. You ready, fellas? We're about to talk about sex. Let's get it.
Welcome to ManTalk. Today, myself, Brother Martin, and Brother David will all be talking about sex. Today in our society, as I think about sex, the first thing I think about is our attitudes towards sex. And I know before I was ever married, when I was young and I was dating, one thing I always considered was, she looks good, can we get together?
Right. I would agree. With that, you know, there's a lot going into that. You know, you got the pre, like, all right, do I really want a quarter? Am I going to? And you know, once we've connected, you know, if she's the one or not the one, or it's just somebody I just want to have fun with. Let's just keep it like it, you know.
All right.
It's all about the fun. We're in this chase, right?
At the beginning, right?
Yeah, at the beginning. I mean, everyone, you know, I'm trying to impress her, so, you know, I might throw a $20 bill out there. Is that okay to say these days? $20. I mean, I don't know. You know, these guys might have $100 bills. I know we came up here had a $20 bill. That was a lot of money. You know, it cost $6 to go to the movies.
Time to change.
I like that. But yeah, you know, you get all these things that you want to do you know, and once you do it, what's the next step?
Right,
How do we proceed from there?
I think a lot of the times with the attitude is your main goal is just to smash. You know, that's what you're trying to do, and then afterwards it's like, am I going to answer this? You know, when you're looking at your phone, you know. So,
I mean, and you know, for me, my for you know women was I always wanted to, you know, being 6'8", everyone wants to know how tall you are. So if that's your first question, I'm probably not interested anyway. You know, how about asking me my name? You know, ask me anything but, oh, how tall are you? You know what? No. No, thank you. You know, that's just, you just don't, you know, there's so many things you just, you know, and that was just me, but I think that's just, you know, that was just the way I was brought up. I come from a big family, and it was just one of those things where, you know, that's not important. Ask me my name. Okay. You know, hey, do you play basketball? You know, ask me anything. Anything other than my height, you know. I get that more right now at 41. You know, these are bad knees, but you know, I get that still. You know, and you know, how about trying to get to know me, not just my height?
Okay.
That was my thing.
I don't know. For me, it was always, I wanted to get to know what was between your legs.
Okay.
And that was my whole attitude. Okay. My attitude was, I wanted to know what was between your legs. The long-term relationships wasn't my full thought pattern. Okay. Because I'm 12, 13, 14 years old. I don't know what I want in 5 years, regardless. Definitely, is it going to be you?
I mean, you definitely don't think long term anyway. At that age, you know?
You're right about that.
Yeah. So it's like 13, 14 years old. The main thing that we were basically thinking about was, oh, I'm gonna get this girl and I'm gonna get this girl. It first started out with numbers. You know, we go to like a house party.
Yeah.
How many numbers can you get? You know, and at the end of the night, you know, we looking, you know, bringing out all these numbers, and then you know it graduated to the sex.
Yeah.
You know?
But what about the numbers you got from the girls that weren't attractive? Did they count? How does that work? I need to know. I need to know that. I need to know. If I mean, and then the real question is, attraction by my account may not be attraction by your account. So I
It was all just the numbers.
Okay,
Man.
okay, I can deal with that. I can
numbers. You know.
Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with it. You know, with that, you know, yeah, I get what you're saying. 12, 13 years old, you're not thinking long term. No, I wasn't thinking long term, but I still wanted you to know more about me other than he's 6'8", you know, he's 6'5", 6'6", whatever. Know me. Get to know me.
Right.
And then, you know, after the smash, then, you know, we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
You know, I think back to, you know, you say about relationships. At 12, 13, we're really not thinking relationships. You know, back at that age, 6 months was a long time, man.
Yeah, that almost felt like eternity back then. Yeah,
right. You know, and that's what it, you know, at that point, yeah, that's the way it was. Hey, man, 6 months.
Because really, like, at that age, you know, from, let's say, 12 years old to high school, or the end of high school, everybody just seemed like was on the same page.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you got so many options at that age, and it was so easy back then just to get wrapped up into what you're doing, you know, the smash was just so quick. But we was talking about pre.
Right.
Now post, you know, growing.
What happens after the smash?
You know, a lot of females, well, there's this new term called thirsty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you're basically, you know, you're sweating the female that you're with, you know, or they're sweating you. Now, after you smash, a lot of times, some fellas might be like, man, I like this girl, but I'm not going to call her because I don't want to seem like I'm just trying to be on her team, you know.
Right.
So that, like, a lot of times that was my first thought too. Was like, man, I really like this girl, but I'm not going to show it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we playing this game, going back and forth.
Too cool for school.
Yeah.
That's what I call that.
Yeah.
So the new term is thirsty, you know?
Put that, man, they're thirsty. Like, man, I be seeing females saying things like, oh, you know, he's calling me, man, he's just thirsty. It's like, isn't he supposed to call you? You know? But I mean, is that the new trend? Like, maybe they don't want to be called afterwards. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to think of like back then, where my mind frame was I still had to play that role afterwards. Like,
Okay,
man,
all right.
you know.
Okay. I mean, I guess to an extent, we've all played that role.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I know you look deep over there. I'm seeing something come out. Something about to come out.
What I'm thinking about is this. We have courted the young lady or invited the young lady to our place or her place. We've enjoyed intercourse. And now we're looking up and we're saying, hey, I might want to be with you. I might not want to be with you. But for me and a lot of friends that I grew up with, it was the phone call you got in 3 months.
Okay.
Ooh.
That I'm pregnant.
Wow.
I'm pregnant. And being young, you're not thinking about the consequences that go along with smashing or just having sex. And the sad thing, a lot of older men aren't either. How do we deal with those? With the realities of we enjoyed ourselves, we didn't enjoy ourselves, but now there's a child on the way.
It's a tough one.
And I mean, you know, I think just in that situation itself, when you get that phone call, I know every man, unless that's the love of your life, has the same reaction. Man, you better call that dude whose baby it is. Then why you calling me?
Is it me?
Yeah.
You know
sure?
what?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Are you sure?
Because I know I hit the other day. or you know, the other month or the other week or whatever it was.
But we went on it like that.
You know what I'm saying? And my homie came through too. What you talking about? Why you calling me?
All right,
that?
all right.
I done heard that you was with so and so and whoever else too.
Okay.
So why am I getting this call?
All right.
Automatic defense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And instead of embracing, gosh, and that's probably not even a great choice of word, but we'll use it since it's already there.
All right.
Instead of embracing that and saying, dig a little deeper, we instantly go on to, I'm fighting. What's short? You tripping? Okay. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Why? How come you're calling me on this? Because you know I'm gonna do the right thing. Am I truly the dad?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like everything goes through your mind.
Everything. Instead of going on the defensive at that point, man, you know, that night it might have been 3 or 4 times in between that 3-month time that we, neither time was I protecting myself, you know.
All right.
So there is a possibility.
All right.
And you know, how do we handle this? How do you want to handle it? Like, have a conversation with the young lady.
And that's the problem. Our communication off top, like at the beginning,
There was never
there was
communication.
never none.
No.
So
No.
now we're forced into a situation where we have to talk, and
It's
on
awkward.
a whole different level.
It's
You know, it's
awkward.
like, wow.
You're saying to yourself like, well, I don't even know this girl's middle name.
Right.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, let's keep it like it is. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just learned the last name 2 weeks ago because I was looking through a mail. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got her in my phone, and I got her in my phone and the shorty doo-wop. I got to change her name out, you know? I mean, that's it's just the way it is. I mean, you know, we don't, at that, and we're talking about at the younger ages, you know, 16, 17, even at 20s, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We all like, man, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know this girl. I don't want to know her. Man, I mean, you know, I went over there, we did the thing, and, you know, 2 or 3 days later, shit, yeah, you know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 days later, you know, I'm bored, you know, I'm trying to feel a little frisky. Maybe I'll go back, shorty, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're going to get the backlash of, you ain't call me or nothing like that. How we going, you know? Shorty, stop tripping. I'm going to come over there, we can talk about it. Knowing that's what you're going over there for anyway.
Exactly.
So, you know, I don't know. That conversation, like, that conversation 3 months later, man, that's a heavy conversation, man.
We just got to prepare ourselves for those, the young men and people out there living that life. That, you know, we got to prepare ourselves for that because we are the men. You know, we do set the mold on certain things. And we do need to be able to have those conversations. Even if we're not 100% positive that it is ours, because we can't be until, you know, the baby comes along and we get that blood test.
Yeah.
We still need to be able to talk to the young lady and say, hey, look, I'm here with you right now. You know, let's work through this. Let's you know, think of the best solutions. I'm here for you, basically.
Absolutely. But, I mean, you think about the other repercussions as well with that.
Yeah.
Say, for example, you're the #1 football player, basketball player, baseball, I don't care if it's dodgeball or kickball, you're going to get a paycheck at the end of this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Say you're the #1 at your sport and you get that call. Or you're the #1 at your class
And you get that call.
How do you handle that?
When I got that call, the first thing I thought my life was over.
I'm sorry to interject.
Okay.
My question to you is, why did you think your life was over? There's ramifications of that as well.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
There's always that possibility, even if you haven't protected sex. There's the ramifications that, what happens if, hey man, you know, you got the one out of the 900 million that they have made,
Okay.
that's defected. Ramifications.
Ooh, STD.
All right.
Yeah. That's,
Ramifications.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
So I say why, because that shouldn't have been, that shouldn't be anyone's thought pattern. My life's not, no.
Your life is.
And of course, I've had that call, and I have children. So I got that call, and I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
My life's over. I can't do this, and oh man, all my dreams are gone. Instead of thinking that way, talk to the young lady and try to figure out what her thought pattern is too.
Yeah.
We instantly go on the defensive.
Okay.
About something like that.
You basically gotta have a new best friend now.
Absolutely.
You gotta communicate, talk to her.
And the crazy part about that is, it can't be once a week.
Right.
It can't be twice a week. That's got to be a daily conversation. So what's your thought patterns right now? How are you feeling about this? Do you know how far along you are?
Especially because they go through so many different changes.
Mm-hmm.
Emotionally, physically.
I mean, and so, why wasn't we having protective sex in the first place? Why wasn't we doing that to begin the day?
Do you want to know why? Because it's about the here and now, isn't it?
It's about the here and now.
We right here. Come on, man. You got one other person in the room, other than not just the lady. You got to talk about your homie down low too. Hey, tension. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's get it. You got somebody else he in control too. Like, hey man, you better not. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you bad. I promise you. You gonna walk out of here doubled over, your stomach hurting. Boy, I'm gonna hurt you bad. So you got that guy to control too, right? And maybe, I don't know. I've been very fortunate in my life. I do have 2 children. I do have 2 different mothers to my children.
All right.
I've been very fortunate to walk out of situations like that, where I'm at attention. What? No, this won't happen. It's not gonna work for me.
Right.
It's not gonna work for me. Just because I'm not ready for this again. I'm not ready to get that 3-month call again.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm dating myself now, don't you? Hey, young man, don't you look at me like that. I'm dating myself. We didn't have the cell phone with the text message.
Y'all didn't have no cell phones?
Man, I would hit you with a pillow today if you didn't even go there with me.
We had pagers.
I had a pager. Huh? I had a pager.
I was in the pager era now.
I had a pager and I had a payphone. The 2 P's, pager and payphone. And when you got the page, no, I ain't calling that one back. I'm gonna go ahead on and let that one slide. I'll let it hit me back one more again. Then I can make the call. I don't know. If you hit me 911, I'm not calling you because you probably want money or something. I'm not. No, there's no 911 with me. I'm not doing that. But you had the 2 P's. You had the pager and the payphone. So you took your time, and come on now. If you hadn't gotten that page in a while, and you got that one, first and foremost, you're probably panicking anyway. What she want? What she want? Man, I don't know. I better call up. No, I ain't gonna call her right now because I'm tripping. All these thoughts are going through there. No. You know what, man? I better call. And you done debated for at least 20, 25 minutes if you will make that call.
Yeah.
And when you make the call, the first thing out of her mouth that's going to really put you on the defensive. Why it take you so long to call me back? So I got other things I'm doing. I got other things that I got to do. You lucky to get a call back. So you already on the defensive. And then when she dropped that news after the first comments out of her mouth, man, it's World War III. And we don't, as men, we don't take our time.
We just gotta know our role.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And the role that we play, we just gotta be serious about knowing the repercussions, knowing the consequences and everything that follows. If we pay attention more to what will happen, because we do have control, to a certain extent, then we'd be better in shape.
Is sex okay?
It's gotta be okay in this age, this day and age.
Whew. I would say it's okay if you have 2 responsible people saying that it's okay.
All right.
And I say that because responsibility is something that you're taught.
Okay.
Right.
You know, hey, is this the right time and right place? And it really doesn't even have to have or be feelings involved.
Okay.
Is this the right time, right place? Have we thought about these repercussions?
All right.
Am I ready for this?
Okay.
And that's on both parts, men and women,
True.
boys and girls, whatever whoever it may be. There's got to be something taught to, especially to our youth today,
Yeah.
Man.
about, hey man, all this glitz and glamour that you see, all these rappers talk about bottles and chicks and man, that's just hearsay, man.
Man, they got this new what they say, new gonorrhea you can't get rid of.
Oh yeah, I
You
just
heard
read
about
that. Just read about it.
And it's like an epidemic here in Des Moines. You know.
New gonorrhea.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess you
it's
can't-
like AIDS. It's like having HIV. It is.
Right.
It is. There's no cure
There's
for
no
it right
cure.
now.
None.
There's no cure for
So
it.
I don't know exactly the symptoms of gonorrhea, but
Okay.
I know I've heard like it burns.
Yep,
Okay.
So
that is one.
you'll be like burning continuously for the rest of your life
Until
they find
until they find a cure for
until
it.
they find a cure. So it's definitely serious.
These kids nowadays, man, with the parents and the things that we we have to be more involved with our kids, man.
Yeah.
There's so many more things out there that is influencing our children other than moms and dads. You got rap music, you got videos, you got everything. So let's get that point out there.
Wrap it up. Got
Wrap
to.
that.
Yeah.
Wrap that.
Well, thank you for joining us for ManTalk. I hope you've taken something from the table today, and we'll see you next time.